Untold masses of humanity are teeming throughout the stars. In the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, there is only war.
Welcome everyone to DoomLore, a 40k story. My name is Nicotine, I'm one of the people here at Fable Scraps. Today we have an excellent show with some fantastic role players. But first, for those of you who are listening on podcasting apps such as Spotify or Stitcher, know that we record this show live every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific. That's 6 p.m. Eastern. The live audience here has the ability to affect the show in meaningful ways by exchanging funds for fate points. Each one of our players has a pool of fate points that they may use to make rerolls or to increase their chances somehow. I encourage you to check it out here at twitch.tv/fablescraps. With that said, I'm gonna hand things over to our DM, Olirant, and actually, before we do that, let's do a little audio check
To introduce everyone.
everyone.
Before the show.
Here, Ollie, go ahead and do a little shout out for yourself. If Ollie sounds good, let's get ones in chat.
I'm Ollie, Twitch and Twitter at OllieRant. I do D&D things on my own channel, as well as GTA RP, and lots of roleplay, lots of world building, lots of discussion about that kind of thing. And there is a board game series that I've co-created that is coming soon. I say it every time. It's coming soon.
We're all excited for it. Thank you, Ollie. Next up is Lucid Fox.
Yes, my name is Lucid Fox. I'm founding an Irish ravioli company here in the next few weeks, and I do depend on your support in order to join me in this venture. That's over at twitch.tv/lucidfox.
Fantastic. Thank you, Lucid. If Lucid sounds good, let's get some twos in chat. Next up is Lock the Raven. If Lock sounds good, let's get some threes.
Hi, I'm Lock the Raven. Lucid stole my fucking bit. I do some variety streaming over on Twitch, as well as some RP, and you can catch me on Fable Scraps' other show that happens on Tuesdays, Star Trek Loveless. And you can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Lock the Raven, spelled like it sounds.
Awesome. Thank you, Lock. Next up is Chelsea. If Chelsea sounds good, let's get some fours.
Hi, I am Chelsea Manning. I have a Twitch that is XYChelsea87. I am known for inventing the internet and cancel culture.
Nice.
Awesome.
Thanks for getting as Dr. Seuss.
Thank you so much, Chelsea. Next up is Enovan.
Hello there, I'm Enovan. I'm a streamer here on Twitch. Typically, I stream roleplay games and some variety games as well. You can find me at twitch.tv/Enovan. That's ENEVUN.
Perfect. Thank you, Enovan. If Enovan sounds good, let's see some fives. And if I sound good, let's see some sixes. My name's Nicotine. I do a lot of roleplay on my own channel. It's twitch.tv/Nicotine, Nikatine. I also do a lot of political content coming out sometime. All right. Without further ado, let's pop things off over to Olirant. Ollie, kick us off.
Okay, so last week was mostly a week of recovery for you guys on the planet of Pask because of injuries that some party members had taken. So a lot of downtime, a lot of working things out, what to do next. You've got another mission from your Inquisitor, and you've also met a mercenary by the name of Erlene Hackeno that you've taken under your wing to have another combat specialist with you, who actually knows the planet quite well and what's kind of going on in it. In your research, you've returned to the Amnesec bar that you used to woo Ravella Picello, and you met Rivella's bodyguard. And in finding him suspicious, and also he wasn't taking any of your shit. either. You were like, well, let's make a deal. Let's work something out. And he's like, no. Just no. But maybe your unbound psyker read his mind a little and found some suspicious thoughts that warrant further communication, maybe with knives and fingernail removing tools. And so you have agreed to stalk him down, hunt him down, and follow him to wherever Rivella is. In the meantime, while that was happening, Ohm13 actually had a meeting with the Magos Explorator, the tech priestess from the ship in orbit of the planet, giving Ohm some new leads on other missions, because he would be better suited, and all of you would be better suited working for the Mechanicus than for the Imperium. But you guys, instead of having Ohm with you right now, you just have his servo skull, which...
Nice.
Well, yeah, you have Ohm13. You have a solar system. There's planets. You have a planet of Ohm.
Satellite.
And that's literally where we ended off last time, is you guys agreeing to follow Wilhelm, the bodyguard of Ravella Picello, to wherever she is. And my question is, how do you want to do that? How do you want to go about this?
Quick question. He's still walking away, right?
At this point, he would have got into the elevator outside of the bar and would have gone up. And there's not many places above this bar, right? Because it's a vertical city to some degree.
Sure. I was just wondering if I was still in range of
Mental
him
connection range.
to do some one more thing while we're in there.
It depends what it is.
I want to.
I want to clean up his mind of having met with us real quick.
Oh.
Yeah. I'd like to just wipe that out of his memory.
Whoa, we're doing something smart, guys.
Yeah.
Whoa! It only took you a week to think about it.
I meant to last
Yeah.
week, and we ended the.
It was the end of the session. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'll definitely allow you a check for that.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
right.
you can use the ability. You can still. I don't think you need sight range. It's like you've already mentally connected to him, so.
Yeah.
You can definitely go ahead and try.
He remembers us harder.
Let's try. let's try that.
Go ahead and
once
try that
more
again. That was
with,
81
with feeling.
on a 52.
Yeah, there it is.
That's it, exactly.
Yeah,
52 on 52.
there's what I was looking for.
What exactly does Erasure do?
Breathe.
So he's got to make a willpower save against this, and if he fails, then I remove the entire memory of him meeting with us just now.
Okay.
It's like I can remove an amount of hours from his memory where he's just like, oh,
Yeah.
how did I end up here? All right, well, he doesn't remember shit.
He
That
is
means
gonna
lunch
fail.
won't be till yesterday.
Yeah. He is actually gonna fail. For anyone who was keeping an eye on him, he was definitely kind of talking into a comm bead in his ear, and he wasn't doing it subtly either. And then he just kind of trails off. As often you do when you completely forget what you're talking about mid-sentence. So some data may have got through to whoever he was talking to. I wonder who. But definitely not the specifics of it, which is really going to change things. It's a really clever move.
Ben's baby mama. Oh boy.
We'll check back
and
when
you can't
we
pay
fast
child
forward 9
support
months.
Fruit.
we gotta get off this planet quick.
So wait, can you like make people think things like I've already paid?
No. Listen, this isn't for you, okay? I do things to benefit us, not for your fun stuff.
Risa,
Yes.
what just happened?
I believe that we've acquired some information related to this individual and his whereabouts.
We did.
Okay. Okay. And then I just eat some fruit.
It is not
Okay.
in my interest to discern how we acquired this information, only that we have it, and that's what matters.
All right. I don't ask questions.
Just giving like a pointed, like full body head tilt thing over to Caius.
Yeah, that's actually
casually
a
eating
question,
some fruit.
Erlene.
Oh yeah, that's
do-
right.
Do you think Erlene has ever really encountered psychers before? Because usually psychers are a very imperial thing, right?
Yeah.
Independent psychers, the only ones you really get are usually you're gonna see them under like imperial commission, like navigators and stuff. So it's probably, I mean, have you seen anything like that before? I mean, it's not that he's not like a very dramatic spellcaster. It's
No,
all
I've
very
never
subtle.
seen.
Yeah.
My character's never seen this before, but I would be vaguely aware of it, but it would be something kind of magical and distant and
Yeah.
kind of superstitious for me.
Hell yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking too. Okay, so how do you want to stalk this guy? He's taking the elevator up. The elevator only has a few stops, so you can kind of work out where he would go. It's very likely the same area that Ben Yoncel went last time you were here. There's kind of an area of streets and plazas by the governor's palace, very high up in the city, pretty much the highest point in the city. So high that it's almost like that part of the city sits on spindly support struts above everything else. A feat of engineering. Would you guys want to follow him out that way? Do you want to stealth? Do you want to be less casual? Who's going to be going? What's this look like?
Well, what is our objective here? What are we trying to find out? In the end, what's our end game?
The end game that we had is we're supposed to find the flowers and the supply of the flowers.
Then I think it's in our best interest to maintain as low a profile as possible.
That is what I suggested in the get-go
All
for
right.
this operation.
Well,
Especially given the amount of attention that y'all have gotten yourself in the last 20 minutes, for instance.
all right. Then let's split up. We'll have several of us who are a little bit less conspicuous follow him, and the rest of us will provide some backup.
Who should do this?
Just based on what you usually do, I imagine it would be. So there's the unstealthy team would definitely be Riser and Ohm. Although Ohm is just a servo skull right now, right? You don't have Ohm's humanoid body. You only have the skull, and servo skulls, aside from Euron, all look alike and aren't that weird to see. Euron is weird to see. Euron is not very stealthy. Euron might want to go with the non-stealthy group. But Caius and Yen, they blend in right now. They're dressed as nobles, so they're very stealthy. Erlene, I imagine you're somewhere in the middle, because you're wearing flak armor, which doesn't look out of place, and you got like the trench coat kind of thing, so it really sort of depends. This system doesn't really have a mechanic for social stealth, so it would still be regular stealth rolls for the stealth team, so up to you which team you'd want to be with.
I would probably hang with Risa.
All right.
Cool.
Caius, Yen, follow them, and don't let them out of your sight. Keep
No,
constant
we will do.
communication with us, and let us know if you have run into any unforeseen issues.
Do you want us to bring? Ohm's tiny planet, part of his solar system, with us, sir?
No, I'll be taking the solar system, the satellite, the Ohm satellite.
Yeah.
Right. So our goal is to be Doom 13.
I know you're
not a satellite.
I understand that. I understand completely.
I do not feel that you understand the concept.
I understand it. Yeah, I understand. Okay. Enough. Okay, you two, go ahead. And
I pull out the bottle of wine out of my trench coat and just take a sip.
Erlene and I will hang back.
So right, our goal is to like stay hidden, right? I mean, we're trying not to
we
be
gotta
seen.
stay hidden yet. No, no.
I'm like a
explosions.
bright purple sparkly suit.
You fit right in.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna
Yeah.
be good
Oh,
at staying hidden.
You fit right in.
Yeah, and you're also standing next to a 6-foot woman with a flamer permanently attached to her arm, so there's also that.
Yeah,
quite
think
convenient.
of which
Around
one of
there.
us is stealthier. Yeah.
All right,
I'll
quick, before
try my
you lose
best.
him. Go. Before you lose him. Stay in communication. Go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, you remember the way back upstairs. You've been there before. Yeah. Let's go do this.
Yeah, I totally remember that.
Yeah. All right. Excellent.
All right, you two, chuckle nuts. Stealth roll. Stealth
Team Chuckle
can
Nuts.
be either agility or actually it can be a perception roll. Remember that your abilities, your skills can be two. There's usually two, sometimes three options. So agility or perception. If you don't have training in stealth, you're a little shit out of luck because that is going to be a natural minus 20 modifier. I'm not going to give you any positives or negatives. This is just going to be a. You know what? Actually, I will give you a plus 10. So I'll just apply that
wait,
to
I
that
did not
mentally,
mean to do
which will make it a. Still a failure, but very barely a failure.
Yeah.
That would make it
Yeah.
a
I'm not
roll of a
gonna.
9
I'm not
instead
gonna
of a
hit
19.
8. That's probably the best I'm
So
gonna do.
it's minus 20.
No, it will. You will have a minus 20 because you're not trained in stealth. The system counts that by itself. Your modifier is going to be a plus 10. I'm just letting
Plus
you
10,
know
okay.
not to expect good things if you're not trained in stealth.
Oh.
Hey!
All right. See,
Okay.
No
you were
bad.
worried
Okay.
about that purple suit. Come on.
He's got
A
the
success
power
and a
of the
failure,
fedora.
Blends in.
especially considering, this isn't hiding in the shadow stealth. This is playing it casual stealth, right?
Yeah.
I will count that as pretty much a success, especially because you wiped his memory of you. Of course, Wilhelm will remember Yen if he sees him again.
Teleports behind
But-
you.
Yeah, well,
Nothing personal.
that'll probably happen someday.
Oh my.
Now, the other question would be, how good are you at tracking Wilhelm? You did leave it a little bit. I would like you both to make either awareness checks
Yeah,
or
I can do an
scrutiny
awareness
checks,
check.
if that would be better for you.
Was that awareness or?
Yeah. I got
Awareness
that.
or scrutiny. I don't think you're good at either of them yet.
Oh, jeez. Don't worry. I'll carry you. Yeah.
Oh no.
Where the
well,
hell?
I can't carry that.
That's a failure
hell's
with
going on?
6 degrees of failure, but Kaya's
Oh,
got a
bird.
success, and that's good
Yeah.
too, right? I love Kaius and Yen together. Working together is such a fun little duo. You're up near the governor's palace. This section of the city has the most fine quality churches and other such structures. It has no mercantile district. It's fully dedicated to running the city and prayer to the god emperor. A lot of the churches up here are also more painted purple and have the flower designs. You start to notice that more and more as you're going through Caius. But what you also notice is Wilhelm is not going to the governor's palace.
Sure.
There are very few structures up here. If they are, they're connected to the palace. He's going off to the side, something that's almost central to the city. A broadcast tower, which he mentioned he was going to,
Right.
but it's
I
not
got that
connected
out
to
of
the
his
palace
brain.
at all. Yeah, exactly. It's this tall, spindly thing that stretches above the palace. But what you notice, as you're following, is that the only way to it, other than maybe from below, because it goes down into the rooftops and things below, is one fairly narrow bridge. I mean, I mean fairly narrow from a, city building perspective. It's like 4 meters.
Yeah.
People can walk along it pretty well, but it's a fairly narrow bridge with no other avenues of following, and there's no places to hide. The bridge has these multiple archways that are covered in sirens and these other kind of projectors for audio, and even from here you can hear the kind of tinny prayer music that's coming from them. From just looking at the bridge, you can see Wilhelm, and that's it. Just walking along, there is no chance of stealth if you follow him down that thing, unless there's
geez.
unless you can make yourselves invisible or hard to perceive somehow. It would be very hard. Or you know, there are options. there are options for stealth, but you'd have to be real clever about it.
Huh.
Now, Caius, can you remove someone's perception of object permanence?
Well, you know.
Hey, Ollie,
Maybe I have a
real quick.
plan.
Could Owen roll to see if he recognizes the weapon that Wilhelm was flashing around as he left? You don't have
Not
to
right
tell the
now
party.
because it's not in sight.
Okay.
When you see it again, sure.
Huh. What if, like,
I know you're burning.
and
for
just
it.
go with me here. What if Wilhelm was on our side? What if he was escorting us?
That would be a lot better, make it a little bit easier.
Yeah,
Not having to hide or anything, he's just guiding us.
sure. Let me see.
But ethically, is that right?
I think it's fine. I think, this guy would absolutely, if he knew what a good guy you actually were, if he didn't know Ben Yancel, I feel like he'd 100% warm up to you.
You think?
Maybe, can I try to dominate our friend Wilhelm?
You could try to dominate Wilhelm. He's absolutely within range because you have a really long range on your psychic powers.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right.
That would be a failure.
Misfired.
Okay.
Do you want to use a fate point to re-roll that?
Yeah, I'll reroll.
You have bad luck with dominate.
Jeez, yeah, no, I have terrible luck with dominate.
That's
Well,
not just a failure. That's a psychic phenomena.
Oh yeah, it's 55. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, it's me and you. You know, Yen, we're gonna have some weird times in a second.
Drops
bud.
a bloodthirster on him.
Just like grab his shoulder and be like, sorry. Okay.
Yen,
let me
I
find the
apologize.
chart.
Just squat down. Hey, bud. Kind of messed up.
It isn't that short.
Uh,
Squatting down to him.
That's when Yin notices how
Please.
short he's become.
Please roll me a D100.
all right.
Come on,
We want
something
high
good.
numbers.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah. that'll be fun.
Please roll me another D100.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Now, the rest of the party, I imagine you would have kept close enough that you can always see these two, right? You don't want to leave these two too long out of your sight.
That's right. It's
what
not that I
was
don't trust
58?
Caius. I just don't
Yeah.
trust
Yeah.
Caius.
Oh my god.
Hey,
This is
Bryce, sir,
amazing.
Can you hear me? I might have messed up.
There is
In-
a
God.
sound that comes through the Vox, kind of cutting off anything. And then the air around the two of you seems to get warmer and thick and almost flow, and it becomes very, very hard for you to even be conscious of your own senses. Then, once that moment has faded away, you can look down at your hands, and you can look opposite you. And Caius, you see Caius, and Yen, you see Yen. You have swapped bodies.
Hell yeah.
You Freaky Friday'd it.
You freaking Friday'd it!
Friday.
Quick, kiss each other so you know what it's like.
Yes.
Right now, this isn't going to have any negative effects. If you're going to be doing rolls, I'm going to have to give you each other sheets.
Hey,
Because
Caius,
you, yeah.
what the fuck?
Listen, Yen, I think we can play this one just fine.
I mean,
Psychic phenomenon goofing.
honestly, this is kind of better for me. You know,
Yeah,
he
this
doesn't
might-
know Caius. He knows.
Yeah.
me.
You know what? I think
It
this
was
this
intentional.
might help us somehow. I planned this one the whole time. Don't
Wait,
you
does
worry.
that mean I have mind powers now?
True. You good luck trying to use them, pal.
I can brain blast.
There's a demon. I'll tell you his name later. You want to watch out for him, by the way.
Oh, what?
Don't worry about it. So What are we doing?
So what the rest of you see is that while stalking, Caius and Yen have just stopped and started talking to each other. Wilhelm's getting further and further away.
Caius,
I mean, we should.
Caius, this is Risa. Come in, Caius.
Yes, this is Caius.
Caius, what's wrong with your voice?
Do we tell them or do we
Rias?
just continue?
Rice is just getting the flamer ready. Just
Caius, have you been
Caius.
compromised?
Risa.
Are you compromised?
It's me, Yen. Everything's normal down here. Don't worry about us.
I gently poke Risa.
yeah.
What's going on? Why are they stopping?
I'm trying to figure that out.
This
Oh, this
is
is
not
me.
outside their normal operating procedure.
That's right.
All right.
I just like palm face.
So
Okay.
So we can't climb up. What is there? There no other way to continue to stalk Wilhelm without being
You
non-stealth?
could make me security checks to try and see other ways to get into the building, unless you can think up of other ideas yourself.
Does Yen have a security thing? I don't. I don't.
I think that would be under your own skill. Basically, anything mental is still you. And interestingly, that counts
okay.
weapon skill and ballistic skill. But anything physical is the other person. So security would still be using your regular sheet.
Operating.
Yeah, Yen's
okay,
not
okay.
good at security.
Yen's good at security.
He's not.
Okay, neither am I.
Worth a try?
We might be in a pickle here.
If you have other ideas, let me know. If you
I
wanted to
mean,
do an
Yen-
awareness check, you'd need to get higher up. You need to get into the governor's palace to kind of scout a better sort of scene of what's going on.
yeah.
How higher up are we talking? Are we talking like on shoulders sort of higher up or like buildings higher up?
I mean, I meant buildings, but if you two, while in each other's bodies, want to get on each other's shoulders, I will allow that.
Yeah. I think we just maybe we do try to cross this bridge. Wilhelm's not gonna look behind him, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
Right?
he doesn't even know who I am.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's yeah, you lead the way and I'll snivel behind you. That seems like you. I'll snivel behind me / you.
Yeah, that's
we'll
my
go-
usual play. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we'll just we'll try this thing out.
All right.
As you start following, you start to notice more things about being in Caius's body, Yen. It's not something you ever notice as humans. You can't taste the air anymore. That and a kind of permanent ache, and all these sorts of things start to build up that you had no idea about, Caius.
Yeah.
The body is rather unpleasant to be in.
Oh yeah. No, I don't really feel it at all. I've actually, while Yen's coming to this realization, I've reached into his pack and I am devouring a piece of fruit right now.
Yes!
Yeah.
You can taste!
Shamrock ravioli
Yeah.
you can eat.
This is
Yeah.
amazing. Yen, did you know
That
that
is-
these fruit are so delicious?
I mean, yeah, they're fruit. You know, the fruit's kind of nice.
Risa, did you know that fruit's so good?
Where did you get fruit?
I had some in my pack.
Why are you eating it? What is your...
It's delicious.
Where's the target?
We're behind him.
Risa.
Yeah.
Yes, this
Yes.
is Caius. We're right behind him.
Risa, to be fair, a snack is good. And I just munch.
Yeah.
Everyone but Risa has fruit.
Has
so
an
here's a
apple for
question.
some reason,
Yeah, just like hanging out of the jaw.
carrying it.
You guys following behind, Team Not Stealth, would soon realize why they hesitated when you come to the mouth of the bridge. And you realize there's no way to stealth across it. There's no way to take this easy. Do you guys want to wait at the mouth of the bridge, or do you want to follow, a long ways behind? What's your plan?
Do we have the ability to create a distraction?
Ooh, yeah.
I have a loudhailer. Do I see anybody committing a crime?
You are in a noble part of the city, so the crimes are, very different.
Everyone is committing a
but
crime.
Anyone can be a criminal if Risa tries hard enough. It's a good question.
Yeah,
Why don't you
if
go
anything,
ahead and
it's
give
on
me an
you.
awareness check?
Awareness. Oh no.
Well, that would be bad.
All right, I'm gonna spend a fate point and re-roll that.
Or
Yeah.
you could ask Ohm to look for something that can be construed as crime.
Yeah, all right. That's probably a good idea. Ohm 13, satellite of Ohm.
I am Ohm 13, yes.
Ohm 13, will you please assist me in examining our current location for any evidence of criminal activity?
Risa?
Yes.
I mean, isn't that the whole city?
Just our current vicinity. I think we might be able to do some kind of distraction so that they can get
Oh,
across
okay.
the bridge. with them.
If this makes sense. This makes sense.
After Erlene interjected, the Ohm's servo skull, which was actually floating off away the other way from them to go begin inspecting the entire city,
Ohm
turns
13.
back around.
Ohm 13.
It's,
Within a 60-meter radius.
its little grav engines whir up, and it rises significantly above them. And we'll burn a fate point to use the nothing escapes my sight.
As is tradition. Yeah, so this area is that plaza in front of the governor's palace. And you go start looking for crimes. It's very easy to hone in on individuals from your slight vantage point, being a flying skull. You can see
now that I know that there's that they're looking for criminal activity, can I do an awareness now that I know that?
You totally could, but Ohm has already succeeded, right?
Okay.
Ohm can basically succeed with 4 degrees of success.
4 degree. Yeah.
Oh, never.
Yeah, instantly.
Automatically.
So it's one of those things where Erlene would be, but we don't need to roll it. The governorial planetary defense force, the ones wearing the pink and purples, the ones that you may have actually, you recognize one of them. There was that guy who, while down in the vehicle bay, was trying to flirt with Risa and Sifia. And Sifia kind of, he was put in his place. His name was Ezra. And he and some of the other planetary defense force are basically shaking down some pilgrims that are making their way higher up the city. Funny enough, taking sacrifices of their fruit, right? The physical grown goods that have some kind of holy meaning on this planet. They wouldn't in other parts of the Imperium. They are basically taking a tithe of them, which is definitely continuously shady.
All right. I just look over at Erlene and just say,
Once the servo skull will come back down and then immediately clamp onto the back of Rice's helmet, and her HUD will just pop up one of those little square targeters that'll
Crime detected.
Extortion in progress.
phenomenal. Erlene, stay close.
Okay.
Risa gets the shock mace flicked on, and just gonna click on the loudhailer, and just start walking purposefully towards them with the loudhailer on, and kind of glance up at the bridge to see if people are, if it's working, if it's a viable distraction, and just say,
Attention, citizen. This is the scene of an active investigation. By holy order of the Emperor, cease and desist your actions immediately, or you will be met with overwhelmingly lethal force.
please make me an intimidate roll with a +10.
Oof. I'm gonna re-roll it.
Yeah. That's only 1 degree of failure. That's no degree of failure though, which isn't bad in this system. But you can probably do better.
This was intimidate.
Intimidate +10.
Hey.
Way better, way better. 3 degrees of success on that. So, based on your impressions of the planet, you imagine an arbiter throwing their weight around up here amongst the nobles is not very common anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And it does put the fear of the Emperor in some of these people. Even the ones not currently doing crime, they tense up, they kind of behave. And then the little squad of planetary soldiers, including Ezra, they recognize what's happening immediately. And Ezra, even for a moment, looks like he's about to bolt, but then doesn't.
Good boy.
When you glance over to the bridge, it's very hard to see any activity, but you've definitely gotten all of the attention on this side on you. And you can see that, based on, you know, your experience with this kind of thing, it looks like Ezra might be trying to communicate into a much more primitive, like, Vox system to kind of explain a situation over a vast distance.
Explain it to me?
No, it's not connected into your Vox. You don't know who he's talking to.
I see. If I see that, then I would like to immediately do a takedown.
Hell yeah. How would you like to do that?
I just
How
want
does your takedown ability work?
So, takedown is when making a standard attack or charge action, the acolyte can declare that she's attempting a takedown, then rolls to hit using weapon skill as normal, applying all the regular modifiers for the attack action. If it hits and would have done at least 1 point of damage after reduction for armor and toughness, no wounds are caused. Instead, the opponent must make a challenging +0 toughness test or be stunned for 1 round and knocked prone.
This is absolutely a charge, which means I believe you have like a +20 on charge.
Okay.
Yeah, so give me a weapon skill check with +20.
Weapon skill +20. All right.
So you see that Ezra there is trying to call his buds, right? There's a couple of other soldiers with him. He's trying to kind of call his buds, kind of trying to maybe explain anything, and then Risa just charges the distance, gets you to the ground, whatever way of essentially arresting him.
Yeah.
Completely without a hitch. Ezra is not strong enough to stop you. I'm not even gonna make that roll.
Yeah.
I
just kind of pull. I instinctively just kind of pull security.
Of course.
I'm just gonna use my elbow and smash it against the side of his head with the communications device, and it just immediately just tackle him to the ground and put some manacles on him. I want to attach the manacles, and just say, with the loudhailer still on, just.
Did you not hear the part about overwhelmingly lethal force?
On the bridge, Caius Yen and Yen Caius, you can see this. You hear a loud thunk of ceramite on flesh. The kind of thing where you can tell that Risa definitely, you know, may have given this guy a severe concussion. And you can also see the general, like, disturbance that it's caused, right? People looking on the edge of the balconies of the palace at this, that sort of thing. In fact, Wilhelm will also turn. And you don't need to make any kind of checks because it's very easy to see him. He's not far away. He will speak into his combi. And he's actually going to make an awareness check himself. Real quick.
What?
Wilhelm's gonna make an awareness check.
Oh, shit.
And he's gonna, while he's speaking into the comm bead, he's not all the way across the bridge. He turns, and he clearly sees you two.
Oh no.
He doesn't remember you from the bar, but he
Nice.
does remember, at least, he probably doesn't remember
I'm
Caius.
hiding behind Caius, so well. Yeah. Yennis?
Can you give
Yeah.
me a
stealth check?
A quick stealth check, yeah?
Yeah,
with
I can.
Nice.
This would be a +0.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh god. Wait, I've got Yen's body, right? Or,
That's right.
So,
Yeah, would that be
are you-
mind or...
so do you
That
want
would
to
be
roll
physical.
a stealth for me then?
Yeah, roll a stealth check on
roll
your
it for
sheet
me,
there,
Yen.
real quick.
No modifiers?
No.
Sorry.
You're starting to realize that Yen Boncel's body is not as small as you thought it was. You're trying to like hide behind Caius.
Hell, man.
And then Wilhelm will... Wilhelm's gonna start marching up to you. The cloak pulled aside, hand on the gun.
Before Wilhelm starts, like before he starts like running over, can I just attempt to distract him once more, to give them a little bit of extra time?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna scruff Ezra and just hold him up like a trophy in this square by the neck, so that he's facing outwards, his manacled, blood's running down his ears, and just click on the loud hailer.
Multiple third-party individuals have reported one or more of your recent actions as being inappropriate. Once a citizen is notified in such a manner, said citizen is reviewed by members of the Adeptus Arbites in accordance to the Book of Judgment. Upon review, we have determined that the following actions are in violation of the Book of Judgment: extortion, indecency, resisting arrest. Your imperial right of existence has received one judgment.
The Ohm Servo Skull will creep over Rice's shoulder and just...
It was me. I reported you.
I hate it. Chelsea, was there something you'd like to do? Once this happened?
So I'm still pulling security, and when she says this, like I just look impressed. I'm just like, oh, damn. And I'm sort of like scanning the area just to make sure that like there's no, like, nobody's like trying to like fuck with us, but it's it seems pretty calm, and I'm just like, sort of like I'm more impressed by Risa like than anything else. I'm just sort of like, damn.
Please give me an awareness check, actually, with a +10.
Okay.
And Risa, please give me another intimidation check. At this point, you have a +20. you are holding a man in the air for his crimes. That's interrogation, but that might have been the same.
Now wave him
skill.
around
Go
like
ahead
you
and
just
roll that.
don't care.
Just use him as a new bludgeoning implement.
Sorry, do you want me to make a different roll?
Yeah. Go ahead and do
Intimidate.
intimidation.
Got it.
I can't. It's
There
not.
we go.
My thing isn't loading.
Which
Oh yeah,
one?
my
Your
character
sheet?
sheet. My character sheet's good now. It just took a second.
Yeah, first time it takes a bit. Awareness.
Awareness of +10, right?
Mm-hmm. You noticed that Wilhelm, for a moment, was walking towards Caius Yen Caius, but then turns and walks to the edge of the bridge. There is a railing. The railing is only around 3 feet tall, just so you know, because I know that people want to know about the railings on a bridge. Is basically, from what you two gather, relaying the information of the scene, probably to the broadcast tower. Erlene, you can look around the scene. You're in front of the governorial palace. You can see the balconies. You can see a mixture of fear and tension among people. And then you flick back to the bridge. You see that Wilhelm is watching you, relaying information. You see a very large thing, probably a walking vehicle, start to leave the broadcast tower and head down the bridge. It's very slow. You're not quite sure what it is. It's around 12 feet tall. And that's definitely curious.
Risa,
Yes.
there's some kind of vehicle or large person on the bridge there.
Risa looks up to see the bridge. Does the HUD have any information on whatever's up there?
The HUD doesn't, but Risa does. I will let you make a check. You're going to have a big modifier on this because this is something that you have seen before.
Oh.
Can you make me an Adeptus Arbites common law check for +20?
Oh my god, I've never made this check before. Where do I do this?
It's common law
here it is.
is on the right side of your sheet. Yeah.
And then
The
you said-
laws are really cool.
+20?
+20. That is 3 degrees of success. The thing you are seeing ambling along the bridge, it's a long way away, but you recognize the gait. You recognize the stiff, almost pained movement of it. You recognize that it is not a vehicle in the conventional sense because you recognize it from your home world, the penal colony that you at least were servicing on, the prison colony. This is a penitent engine. A penitent engine is in some ways a mech, right? What happens is a sinner is bound to the machine. They are on the front of the machine, pinned to it, chemicals and cables plugged into them. And then the rest of the machine is a vaguely humanoid, very chunky mech, powered by the sinner, operating the machine in penitence to their sin. It is a machine used by the ecclesiarchy. Now, you would have seen them on your penal colony because while they are used for warfare by the Sisters of Battle, they are also used for service. On your world, penitent engines would be fitted with these massive drills for breaking rocks. And being permanently bound to one of these machines is not only penitence to them, but a sign of fear for everyone else. If you do not turn your life around in service to the Emperor, you will become one of these machines.
I want to shake.
You don't
shake Ezra's neck a little bit and just push, like turn his whole body to look up at the penitence machine and just say, "Look, they're bringing your machine right now."
Ezra is like, you know when someone's trying to apologize or say something, but it's just like, and the blood's filling in his mouth and all of that as well. It's just like a pathetic display of pain in this guy's pathetic humanity.
I'm gonna call it in to Caius. Just say, Caius, yeah, you have incoming. There's a penitence machine en route to your location. Please confirm.
Oh, okay, thanks, Risa.
Why does he sound like Rolf from the Muppet Show?
I was gonna say that was a big Muppet voice, and I'm down. Yeah, you guys see this machine. It's very hard to... At first you think it's a part of the building, because of how chunky, and it kind of looks like a church, like a walking church. And it moves very awkwardly, like a Big Daddy from BioShock would be the best way to kind of describe how it moves. And it will just expect you to move out of the way. Wilhelm will move out of the way. As it gets closer, you guys can actually see its armaments. Its long, lanky, mechanical arms have these glowing green fluid containers and devices that look very much like flamers, but they are designed to be chemical throwers instead. And then massive, probably 5 feet, 4 feet long saw blades. And there's no hands, just chemical throwers and saw blades. And on the front of the machine, you can see displayed is this hooded, robed individual almost looks like a tech priest because of how many cables are plugged into them. But then there's this big scratchy grey beard. That would never be no tech priest would be seen dead wearing that. And it just marches past you, assuming you guys won't cause any trouble to it.
Yeah, dominate its mind, real quick. We could use this.
What?
Nothing.
do
Don't
that.
worry about it.
As this thing is moving, this display, the speakers on the bridge and in the square will... The music, that's very subtle, you almost don't notice it's there because it's there everywhere in the past because of Shrine World, will actually cut off and be replaced by what is a very high quality Vox recording to the point of being straight up a radio broadcast from the tower. And the broadcast will... You notice every local to the planet like stop in reverence to it. People of Pask, this is Ravella Paicello, broadcasts live, sending you the messages of the God Emperor here on our beautiful jewel of a planet. I understand the troubles that each and every one of us is facing on the planet we call home. That no matter how much we may pray, there is still suffering and there is still hardship, whether you are at the top or the bottom. That we are all in this together, we born of Pask. For it may seem terrifying, these agents from other worlds of our Imperium acting in ways that we might find strange, terrifying. It may even make us furious. But we on both sides, we of Pask and we from beyond it, must understand that we are fighting the same fight. And aggression between ourselves to start a war would only cause untold suffering, and that we both must stand down any aggression that we hold in our hearts and pray, think on what the Emperor would have us do. How would you all act on that? The Penitence Engine is the only thing that hasn't stopped moving. And Wilhelm. Wilhelm is still talking while this is happening.
I just look towards Raisa, and I'm just sort of like trying to figure out what the interpretation, because I don't know how to interpret this. It can be taken two different ways.
Raisa just shrugs like, I don't care for this planet.
Yeah, and it seems like your girl's making a play.
Well, it's definitely your girl now.
Well, listen, pal, we'll work this out together.
Touched it last.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's your problem, not mine.
I see.
I mean, I can't taste anything anymore, so I think it's a fair trade.
Yeah, you enjoy that. Some other things you'll notice. We'll see how long you're in that body.
Yeah, I mean to ask, how long does this last? Like, is there a time limit, or is there like a moral thing we gotta do? Like each other's footsteps sort of thing?
Yeah, Ziggy says the next jump is actually I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out.
Probably just have to kiss each other.
Raisa?
Yes,
What kind of war are we talking about?
I'm unsure. A war between this
The-
planet and the rest of the Empire? I don't know.
I can't keep track of them all.
There's a lot of wars going on. A lot of wars. A lot of hammers.
Local wars?
I'm not sure.
Or
The last
Like
I heard, there was a war with the orcs.
War.
There's a lot of
The
wars.
war, like
Food
the holy
wars.
war, the war against evil
Yeah,
and chaos.
I don't. I honestly don't know.
Okay.
I don't care for this planet.
The people around you, once this broadcast kind of comes to an end and the music continues, will cease any kind of aggression that they had. With that awareness check you had before, Erlene, you can tell that the people are pacified and in a degree of understanding of what's happening here. The other soldiers that were with Ezra that are currently not being arrested, they will kind of put up their hand. They are acting extremely obedient now, into going to the point of actually putting down their las guns, which before it didn't seem like it was going to be a fight, but there was that tension. That tension has kind of dissipated. It seems that Ravella's words of even though they could have been in the way of, oh, we want to start the war, has at least worked on that side.
I see.
All right.
Can I shake those stolen goods off of Ezra?
Fruit just tumbles out of his robe.
like a 6th grader, just gonna shake all the stuff out of his pockets. Do I see the people who he was stealing from?
Yeah, it would have been like an old man.
All right, I just want to look at the old man and then without the loudhailer, just say, this property is now the property of the Emperor. However, I will not be collecting it at this time. Do you understand?
I understand. Blessings to you, Arbite.
Rice is gonna turn around from him and just look back over at Erlene. Still with the man, holding up the man just a little bit off the ground.
Taking food, huh? Extortion of an old guy. Real tough.
Ezra's just like, I'm sorry, I didn't think you would be here. Like, coughs up some more blood.
Do you have any idea just how much trouble you're in?
Ravella says it's all gonna be fine. If you don't start anything and we don't start anything, then we could just continue as we are.
Oh, sure. Everything looks fine for you, doesn't it? Just kind of shake him a little bit above the ground. Everything's just fine in Ezra Town. Planet Ezra is doing great. You
have a predisposition to planets.
I don't have a predisposition to planets. Your imperial right of existence is being challenged here today. Do you understand what this means?
There won't be an Arbite headsman on this planet who would kill me.
Killing yourself will not resolve this judgment on your existence, as you will be reassembled as a semi-sentient servitor until your tithe has been paid to the Imperium. Do you think that's worth the paltry sum you stole?
He just kind of like hangs his head.
Planet Ezra is doing fine, I see. What can you tell me about this broadcasting station? Tell me everything I want to know.
This is where Ravella Picello sends her messages to the whole city. This is where everyone listens.
I want...
The messages, they travel across the whole globe.
I want to just bring him really close into me, just right next to my ears, and just right next to my mouth, right next to his ears, and just say, I want everything. I want access, codes, maps, locations of importance, everything. You're going to be my walking, talking little dog.
You can give me an this time it is an interrogation check.
But also Ezra's into it.
Well, Ezra did try to flirt with you that one time.
I am
that's
burning a fate point. Burning a fate point.
Woo, come on.
Fate points are flowing today.
There we go.
Okay. He He lowers his voice. I can get all of that for you. I can get all of that for you. It's under the control of the palace. It's just you can't let her know. They kill me or worse.
You are going
when
to
he
be
says
fa-
her, when he says her, I just sort of like go,
That's when you hear like the steam hiss of the penitent engine coming to a halt, like a meter away from you three.
oh yeah.
Its stab lights blink on and just kind of illuminate the scene, and a speaker kind of speaks from it. It's not actually the man plugged into the machine that speaks, and the speaker speaks with Ravella's voice and says, "What are you doing here then? I understand that this one caused trouble for you before, Arbite."
Greetings. I am doing my duties as an Arbite. This man is accused of crimes. What are you
Well
doing
then.
here?
I suppose it would be time to put him out of his misery then. And that's when that you kind of can see the order going from the broadcast to the guy plugged into the engine, and then one of the saw blades will just start spinning.
Okay. This man has
Place him
some-
on the ground and I will handle his execution. It will go much softer than if you were to commit such an action, Arbite. You understand how off-worlders are respected here, yes?
With all due respect, the Arbites do not adhere to local laws and customs. We are not bound by your ideas of justice. The only justice that matters is the Emperor's justice.
The bearded man plugged into the machine kind of writhes at the comment as much as he can against the bolts that secure his bones to the machine. And then there is a pause. Very well. This machine will escort you to the Arbite's tower with your prisoner.
Any objections?
Seems like your group nods.
I mean, are we going to be able to question this individual?
Ohm has nothing to say on the subject.
What is your
That
personal?
is between you and the Arbites.
What is your personal interest in this individual, Paisello?
There's a bit of a laugh, almost like you. There's like a push to talk button, and she kind of left it on. Didn't mean to let the laugh through, but the laugh comes through the speakers. He is employed by the governor. I oversee the staff that operate the governorial palace. His failure is under my duty to arrange a suitable punishment. But I will digress to anything you wish. Arbite?
Risa?
Yes.
Risa?
Yes.
I think this could be. I think that this little incident here could create a diplomatic incident between the Imperium and the locals.
Very well.
That's it. That's all I say.
Rice is going to just while she's still holding the man up like that.
Oh, of course.
Just gonna squeeze a little harder and pop his neck.
Oh, like snap his neck?
Yeah, just gonna pop it. Pop the neck off, the little vertebra down the neck, so he can't move or talk or anything, and just toss him down the
Oh,
concrete.
yeah. Okay. It was the question of whether you're gonna kill him or incapacitate him. Yeah.
No, he's
incapacitate him.
he's a lost cause.
Okay.
Just gonna pop his neck, toss him down. There you are. There's your man.
Interesting that the servants of one of this planet's inquisitors would not like to see this duty done themselves, but we will handle it from here.
Well, if you're so insistent upon exacting your own homegrown justice upon your own men, it's just something I'll have to put into my report.
I will enjoy reading it.
I'll enjoy writing it.
The penitent engine will kind of hiss and go back to a taller stance, and with a kind of gibbering from the man operating it, it will kind of weave and turn and start marching back towards the broadcast tower. The other soldiers will kind of go to pick up Ezra, and this is when you actually notice a couple of Arbites rush from the direction of the palace. They're the ones wearing the armor lighter than yours ever so slightly, but they are actually wearing jump packs. These big, bulky, kind of look like massive exhausts, which is probably how they got here so quick. And they will very quickly come up. Can you actually give me either awareness or scrutiny checks, you three who are here? That is a success with 1 degree for Risa. Failure for Ohm.
No additional points, right? Just 0.
No modifiers, plus 0, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well, it's kind of fitting that Risa's the only one to notice anything, but, because to you guys, you've seen quite a lot of Arbites at this point. Black armor, visored helmets, skull decoration. The jump packs are a little weird, but they're also... And they're high quality, but Arbites are actually the most well-armed and armored human organization other than probably the Sisters of Battle, right? But, Risa, you recognize something that you recognized in the Arbite Tower before. The symbolism of the Emperor, the skulls, the thrones, the skull throne display you have on your chest piece. None of that. These Arbites have the little purple flower design, or sometimes it's a silver flower. But they are the members of the Arbites that you noticed before that have had any of those Imperial typical designs kind of shaved off and replaced with the planet's symbol of Parsk. Not necessarily all in the entirety, sometimes there's still the Imperial Anquila and anything like that. It's not like these guys are trying to secede from the Imperium, necessarily, but you notice that they are definitely probably loyal to Parsk more than the Imperium, maybe even loyal to Ravella. Maybe it's all connected. But these two Arbites that come up and will basically continue what you're doing, they have that symbolism on them.
Greetings. Praise the Emperor.
Praise be to the Emperor. We will handle it from here. You've already done a well enough job.
To be just, our law must be cruel. Good day.
And then they will basically continue taking on the scene. You know, the Arbites kind of doing the sort of move along to the civilians and things like that, and reprimanding the soldiers. They are doing their job.
All right. Well, as long as they're doing their job. Can I just use the loudhailer or the comms feed and just...
Caius, is everything all right up there? What's going on? Inform me.
Yes, everything seems to be okay. We're still in pursuit.
Okay.
Wilhelm had stopped to talk, assumedly to Ravella, about this whole situation. With it kind of coming to a close, he just kind of like scoffs and sighs and will head back towards the tower, walking a lot quicker now. Not quite a jog, but definitely a like urgent walk. the penitent engine will actually pass you two again, and it won't be long until you come right up close to the broadcast tower, where there is a little space before the stairs up to the doorway. The penitent engine kind of stands in that space in front of the stairs, in a very deliberate, like, resting state, as much rest as that creature can have. Whereas Wilhelm will kind of stand outside, with his hands, like, very deliberately placed in front of him. What would you two like to do?
Risa?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead. I'm.
Yen?
I thought you meant us two, and not those two.
No, this is Team Chucklenuts.
Yeah. Yen?
Chuckle Brothers.
I don't really know if we're prepared to confront your gal like this.
I mean, you know, use some of your chaos charm, you know? I mean, sure, you can't, you know, if things go wrong, you can't use your mind to, like, blow something up, but, you know.
Yeah, that's normally my go-to, so...
Just use charm instead.
You have Yen's guns.
Do have Yen's guns. I mean... let's just make sure we know our way back out if we go up there.
Yeah, I mean, you could always, you know, like, cover your face or something, you know.
Sure. Oh, wait, I've actually got the perfect... Hold up. Yen, stand still. And I actually reach inside my robe that he's in my body, obviously, and pull out
weird.
an elaborate fedora that's attached to a mask. And I'm like, okay, I'll wear... we should be fine. Let's go.
All right. I look good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was saving this for a present for you for later.
You wanted to give me a mask?
No. This is the only one I made. Yeah, you can grab a fedora. I got tons of those inside my robe.
Yep, I'll wear one.
Yeah.
Any you recommend, or?
Oh, they're all great.
Caius Boncel Jones Fedora.
It is. It's Caius Boncel.
Maheresy.
And frickin' Yen Gregorius.
Uh-huh.
We still need to talk about when we're gonna get this reversed.
Yeah, I think it fades off eventually.
Just try kissing.
As you two go to approach Wilhelm, the Penitent Engine, and Rivella's broadcast tower, this is a great place to take a little break.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. We'll be back very shortly with the second half of the show here at Fable Scraps. Stay tuned. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to DoomLore, a 40k story. My name is Nicotine, and if you're listening to the show on podcasting apps such as Spotify or Stitcher, just know that we record this show live on Twitch at twitch.tv/fablescraps every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific. That's 6 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to hit up our YouTube channel where we store all of our VODs, and our Twitter account where we post going live messages. We also have a Discord server where you can chat TTRPG stuff with some of the fans here of Fable Scraps. Without further ado, let's give it back over to Ollie.
So, Caius Yen Caius. Approaching the broadcast tower at the end of the bridge, there is Wilhelm. There are 2 governorial guards with las guns, and there is the penitent engine that is kind of at rest, but it's there. You can't not notice it. You can't know, even approaching Caius and Yen's body, you can actually smell the holy oils that have been applied to it and stuff like that. How are you taking? What's the plan? Your fellowship remains from your natural body, so fellowship checks will remain the same if Yen Caius wants to try and talk to Wilhelm.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't
I
really know
guess
what your intent is. What's your plan is?
Yeah. I guess we can't. I mean, I could try to talk to Will. Can I use Yen's charm on Wilhelm?
So Yen still has Yen's charm, but in Caius's body. And if you go to talk to him, even though you got mask and all that sort of thing, there is going to be a check to see if he recognizes you and if you can sort of play it off. So that will be a thing when you approach.
But I still have my deception in Yen's body.
You still have your deception, so it would be a deception check.
Okay. Yeah, then absolutely. I'm gonna see if we can play this thing off.
Okay. So do you want to make the deception check now?
Yes.
And then
I'm gonna do. Can I get a modifier on it at all, or is it 0?
I think it's gonna be a
mask.
0.
All right. Fair
You got a
enough.
mask, but it's a mask that you pulled out of your ass, mate.
That's fair. Well, luckily for me, I'm very
That's good
deceitful.
though. 3 degrees of success. That's a really good roll too. Yeah. When you guys approach, it seems that Wilhelm definitely he goes and walks in front of the guards in a way that's like, okay, I will talk to these individuals, but he doesn't seem to recognize you. But he's clearly on something. Just happened by the palace. He's on edge. He's got his hand like under the cloak. You hope it's on his pistol.
Sure.
Oh no.
How do you guys start this discussion?
Hello there, sir. We are broadcast tower maintenance personnel that were sent by the Arbites.
Yes, there seems to be some static that needs to be fixed.
We just want to ensure that the citizens are able to clearly hear the message of Picella.
I was not aware that there was any damage to the broadcast tower. Did that last broadcast get out around the city okay?
Apparently it didn't reach some of the lower quarters of the city, and that's why we're here to work on it.
They need to hear the message more than most.
They do.
Please give me.
I agree.
Please do give me a deceive, Caius.
Y'all should have walked up with a ladder so this would work.
Hell yeah.
You need like the
All
security
right.
vest, but it's a success. It's a wary success. He will going up and pretending to be the maintenance guy works, of course. He will kind of like shake his head. He'll rub his hands on his like the bridge of his nose, and he'll say, "Very well. I will escort you through the tower to where these maintenance needs to be done. I imagine high on the dishes."
Yep,
That's
we can sort
that's
that.
correct. We're gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna be able to lead us up to where the dishes are, but you know, you realize if you were to go out there, your clothes haven't been treated. They might ruin the equipment, so we're gonna have to take it from there. But you can absolutely escort us like into the building.
I will make sure there is no wandering off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Within Pycello's tower, and he will turn. He'll click his fingers, and he'll start walking. He'll walk around the penitent engine. The person strapped to it just kind of like lets out this breath as you approach, and it sounds very painful. And he will, with a key, open the broadcast tower door and head inside, expecting you two to follow him. Inside is fairly sparse. It has comforts of high quality, but it's not the same quality as Pycello's office. It's kind of like the entire building is like a server room, right? But it's a server room with a couple of chairs in it. He will take you up through. Can you two give me security checks if you're looking for... You probably want to look for, you know, where Pycello's, like, where the broadcast room is, right? Because, okay, you're doing this whole thing going to the dishes, but you probably want to find that out. You probably want to find out any other interesting things, and that would be security checks to work out the layout of the building as you're being led through it.
I mean, yeah, sure. Yeah, okay.
Where the hell are we?
Failure with 9 degrees, failure with 4 degrees. You are being brought through the tight little stairwells up the broadcast tower. It's very tall. You see symbols on the doors, go places. You have no idea.
Yeah.
You're just still trying to keep up the act.
Yeah, we're just gonna pretend like you know. I think at one point as we're passing by doors, we'll be like, I think you. Hey, DM. Jeremias, do you see that? See that right there? That's the one that we need to go inside of. That's the Empiricus apparatus mechanico.
Oh God.
Are you absolutely sure? It does not look like you two have the appropriate security equipment. The winds can be quite fierce.
Oh
on the
yeah,
outside
no,
of
we're
the tower.
Yeah, sure, we're aware. Yeah, these clothes that we've got on right now, they've got a certain magnetic quality to them. They're gonna do just fine.
He's gonna unlock the door, and immediately, like, the wind from outside will gust inside, and out. There's like a little great railing, like platform, and then just like ladders up the outside of the broadcast tower to all the dishes and sensor arrays and all the Auspex elements.
Right.
I will
Well,
remain
we
here.
best get to work then.
Yeah, we're gonna get to work. I think you can get back to garden. We do appreciate you doing business with you know, Mechanicus Brothers and Sons. We'll get your job done as soon as we can.
Oh no.
So, you two, in each other's bodies, do you want to start climbing the outside of the tower to get up to the top?
Well, I think we're
the
gonna look
dishes.
at him expectantly to see if he just kind of walks away.
No, he's standing there. He's standing by the door. He's not moving. He might go away if you stay outside long enough. But
Okay,
who
all right,
knows?
yeah, all right. Well, you know, yeah, let's hop on out here. Start moving down the
okay.
ladders here.
Hey, guys, is there any
Jeremiah,
like sort of brain thing I can do to help us? Like maybe magnetize us? Is that a thing?
Yeah,
do?
no, that's not a thing, dog. I control minds. I'm not Magneto.
Right. Okay. I was
Chaos
just
god of
checking.
magnets. I'm a lesser
I need you to
baseball.
do acrobatics
lady.
checks.
You could probably, you know what? You could probably
on that
try to make our guy here hallucinate, and maybe he'll leave.
All right. How do I do that?
Do you want me to
Do I just
roll
think
for?
it?
It's going to be a roll with a -20.
Yeah,
on
I was
your
gonna
sheet
say,
to make
I would
Yen
imagine.
do the command.
Ollie,
Yeah.
real quick,
Okay.
I'm burning a fate point to use Nothing Escapes My Sight and have the servo skull notice them.
Oh shit! Hell yes!
Hell
Yes,
yeah.
so good. You did it.
Yes! That's actually amazing!
Hell yes.
Okay,
Yen, how are you so good at this?
please
pro.
roll me, I believe it's a D100 on the hallucination chart.
Yeah.
Do I do? I can do that.
Yeah, please do it.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry. Go ahead, Yen. You roll it.
We can go with that.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you, Yen, the mind in the body of Caius the Psyker. You try to focus your mind. You hear hissing and roaring in the background, but you focus on the idea of trying to cause a hallucination, and the oh no. Okay. You see Wilhelm, who's standing there, standing at arms crossed. And he looks, he steps in front of the both of you, very curiously.
Uh-huh.
And he's looking at his hands, very confused. And he's gonna start kind of wandering around, looking at his hands. Oh dear. There's gonna be a roll of the scatter die. Can one of you please roll me a d10?
You did.
And there is a
You did.
chance.
Is that
No, you do it,
D10?
Yen.
Yeah.
A d10.
You roll a d10.
7.
Oh, he's gonna start ambulantly walking down the stairs, being like, I don't know what happened. I thought they could see me. And he's just gonna start walking down the stairs, believing that he is invisible and is very
Yes.
confused. Very confused about it, and maybe he's even gonna go try to talk to Ravella about it. There was like a 2 in 10 chance that he walked out the door and fell to his death. That didn't happen though, but that would have been amazing.
Guys, I did it. I did the brain thing.
You did great, pal. Listen, I'm so proud of you. Now let's
Let's get inside before we fall off.
yeah, let's get inside and start casing the joint.
Yen, you're gonna take 7 corruption points, as in you, Yen, Enovan Yen.
Oh, okay. Wait, is in okay.
Yes, on your sheet, Yen, you're gonna take
corruption?
corruption points.
Oh, are we switching back?
Ooh.
No.
Oh, okay.
That was just from him
used psychic
using
powers.
Oh, yeah.
unbound psychic powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens. You've been there.
You're gonna have one hell of a headache.
Yeah.
What would you two like to do?
And guys,
There's the door
this
outside,
fruit-
there's the whole facility. You have no idea where to go, or what you're looking for, or what you're doing.
Man,
Yeah,
if only you had a
that's-
tech priest or something.
Yeah. Hold up.
Can you give us a little guidance, inside this, radio tower?
I don't sound like that, do I?
Yeah, you do, bud.
Oh.
Oh boy. The comm bead clicks on.
Wait, didn't we take? No, never mind. Sorry, I thought we had taken Euron with us. That was for another thing. Keep going.
What tower?
It looks like like they would, broadcast, where the lady broadcasted her message from.
You sound as if you're in some sort of mental distress.
Yeah, it's just, it's really crazy up here.
Euron will kind of, like, beside Ohm, which is like, and Euron has never been given permission to access the Vox channel that you guys use, but he's in it.
He's in there.
And he was just like, oh, that sounds fun.
Yes.
They seem to be under the impression that I am familiar with this specific tower.
Ohm is saying this over the comm channel.
Hey, you're on. You wanna come join us, bud?
I will join you at the door you have opened on the outside of the tower. And Euron Servo Skull will start puttering away into the air.
Excellent.
And like a couple of minutes, like 2 or 3 minutes later, he'll just through the doorway, beside the two of you.
Perfect. Well, yeah.
The one that's not mechanically inclined.
Hey there, Euron. You wanna tell us what we're doing here? Maybe teach us how to shut this whole thing off.
I could shut down this tower, or perhaps make it implode.
Yeah, maybe not that. Maybe you could just teach us how to just turn it off.
Very well. And he will hover closer with his unmoving, screaming golden face. I thought you were terrified of me.
Oh yeah, you're real hard to look at. I just there's just a lot going on right now. It's a sensory overload.
I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom check.
Wisdom?
Caius. It's
Type of-
going.
Or
One sec.
willpower.
Let me check up the real rules. It's been a little while since this has happened.
Okay.
It's going to be in this book. It's down here.
Just say while Ollie's looking at this that Risa and Erlene are like down on the city street, just kind of like leaning up against the wall and like watching all of this unfold and just passing like fruit back and forth and just peeling fruit and eating it.
Yeah. Okay,
Risa?
it's going to be a minus 20 willpower check.
Yeah, Erlene.
Willpower check. Oh, okay. That's fine.
Go ahead.
Can I say something to Risa real fast?
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
what's
go ahead.
else- what's
Uh,
in-
While we're rolling this.
Yeah, okay.
Risa.
Well, let's try that again.
Yes.
Risa, I'm not sure that they know what they're doing.
I
I feel good
Con-
about this one. Okay.
I concur.
Well, I did bad.
I can assure you they do not.
That was willpower, right? Yeah. Yeah.
If this goes wrong, what do we do?
Oh, God. This year on now.
Risa?
If this goes wrong, then it's up to us to save them.
Are they worth saving?
Mostly.
Okay. Very well.
Grand Magos Euron is wise.
Euron will quickly skim through the facility. As he does, he starts humming. Humming only into the speakers of Yen and Caius, only into comm beads of Yen and Caius, with glee and delight. And then we'll start discussing, oh yes, this could be, ooh, if you fall off this point, then your body would turn completely into jam, and such other unsettling comments. Both of you are going to take 6 corruption points.
All right. That's
And actually, both suffer 6 intelligence damage. Your intelligence score is going to be permanently reduced as he comes back and says, "The only way to dismantle it is to climb the outside of the building. I have found no ropes or tethers for you to use. You would have to do it by hand, perilously. I suggest looking down as much as possible to secure your mind on the risk of falling. So did you do not? Of course."
How much intelligence was that lost?
Actually, Yen, you wouldn't take the intelligence damage or corruption.
Okay. By the way, I have now gone over
I do?
30 corruption, so does that mean
Oh boy.
You are on 30 corruption? Oh boy, okay.
35
so,
exactly?
Ooh, baby. Let's have a little side tangent called Yen is going to turn into a mutant.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
that's a
Wait,
that's
but
a,
would
that's
it-
a roll.
Would it be Yen that turns, or would it be Caius that turns? Does that mean
It's
Caius's
your
body?
mind. Anything
Corruption
mental
of your soul.
happens to Yen. Anything physical will happen to Caius's body, which is
you'll
pretty
get out
fun.
of this.
Actually, wouldn't it carry over once their minds switch back?
We'll see.
They both mutate potentially?
Oh.
First of all, give me a malignancy test. It's a willpower check. And it would be at a -10. Then we're gonna have a mutation check. Okay, that's a success. You don't gain any malignancies. You may mutate though. You will have to make a test against 2 characteristics of your choice. Bear in mind, you are Yen in Caius's body right now, so you could make a check against Caius's toughness if you wish to, just to make it even more confusing.
Oh god, that is
These
confusing.
tests will be made at a -10. And failure
that
of
just-
either test means you start to mutate. So you need to succeed both.
Okay, so is that characteristics or skills? Or both? Can I
Value
use both?
characteristics.
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 Okay. Would ballistic skill count? Or
Okay.
that's what I'm
Caius
really good
willpower.
at.
Oh, I
You
was
can do a ballistic skill check.
I was also rolling to check for malignancies because
Okay, cool.
I bumped up, so I guess we're good.
How much are you on right now? 20?
24.
Okay. It can be any characteristic, so you can do ballistic skill. It's basically you're trying to secure your mind on like what you are to stop yourself becoming a demon.
I would like to do ballistic first.
Okay.
No modifiers.
-10.
-10. Okay, that's good.
You're good
That's
on one.
And I'm gonna do intelligence for my second one.
Oh no.
Would you like to use a fate point to re-roll
I
that?
would like to use a fate point to re-roll that.
Oh no.
Oh, wait, would it be my fate point or would it be Caius's fate
It's
point?
your fate point. Let's not make it even more confusing than it already is.
I'm eating your lunch.
And
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
You. This whole event is troubling, Yen. It is troubling. I don't know about you, but you're on starting to give you some bad vibes. You think the decapitated skull of a heretical demon-worshipping tech priest might not be the best friend to have, but his advice is the only advice you've got on how to dismantle the tower. And he will actually bump his head against the grenade launcher that's on Caius as Yen's, like, person, be like, and then once you're up there, you can blow it up.
Do we have
we
any
knew
other
that.
options, or?
Oh no, there's no other option that won't have you be completely disassembled by the penitent engine outside this building.
Right. Fun.
Or you could give up and go back to the party with your tail between your legs, and the Inquisitor that gave you this job would most likely turn you into a mindless servitor for your failures.
What do you think, Caius?
Listen, yeah, I think we're just gonna do this thing, and we're gonna look back on this thing and laugh in a couple years. Let's blow up a tower, bud.
In and out,
All
15
right.
minutes, quick adventure.
Well, I apologize if I turn your body to jam.
Yeah, it's close enough to that, anyways. Let's do this.
Try not to
Okay.
turn mine into jam. I like my body. I like being able to taste.
Sure. You just reminded me, and I pull out another piece of fruit. Like I'm gonna eat as many of these as I can before we switch back.
You're gonna have to pay for that. You know, those cost money.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think that sounds like a you problem.
Do you have any treats that I can steal from you?
I don't eat food.
He has
There's got
drugs.
fedoras in here.
I have drugs. Which
Has
do
the
you want
door
to get high?
opened again?
Yeah, Euron would open the door with his head, like press the access button.
Clicks back on and just
The exterior tower door has opened again.
We should
Whenever
probably
you're
get going,
ready.
right?
This is
Yeah,
Risa.
let's do it.
Why? What is happening? Doors? You're opening doors?
This is Caius. Everything's going all right, Risa. Leave it to us. And yeah, and
What are you? What?
Yeah, this is Yen, Risa. I'm just a big, stupid idiot and, knocked open a door. Don't mind us.
Why are you going outside?
yeah,
the
and I'm
building?
Caius. I'm a buffoon. It doesn't feel nice, does it?
All right.
This would be in character for you, Yen, please. We're trying to make her believe
I
us.
would never say that.
What are you planning on doing? What are you doing?
They will be climbing the tower.
I think we're gonna blow it up.
Yeah, it's
It
gonna
just
go
looks
kaboom.
over to Erlene like, is this part of the plan? This isn't part of the plan.
This does not seem conducive to the plan we are attempting to execute.
We just need information. What are they doing?
I didn't think that we had a plan.
They said they want to blow it up.
I mean,
Isn't that why we're here?
you almost started a war just 10, 15 minutes ago.
Right. Well,
Listen, we take out if we take out the broadcast tower, then
Yes.
Mycella's not going to be able to communicate with the city anymore, and that's going to make it easier for the arbiters not to try to kill us in a concerted effort.
Okay. All right. Just
Less
know-
yapping, more climbing.
Wait,
Yes.
who's in charge of who here? Obviously, the emperor is in charge of everyone.
Good answer.
Just a step back on the heresy.
We all serve
You're
the
on
same.
new party leader.
We all
Oh.
serve the same inquisitorial agent. All right. Well, so what are
Erlene, imagine a solar system.
This is not.
We're about to blow up the solar system.
Okay, just go, but know that there are several arbiters on the first floor with jump jets.
This will compromise our position on this planet.
Your
Why don't
position
you
is
guys offer
totally
any better
compromised
options?
already. I mean, the
My
entire star system knows where we are.
is it possible to beeline to the Arbites building? Is the Arbites spire anywhere near? Can I requisition a? Can I requisition a? Can I requisition a vehicle, a flying vehicle? For like a getaway, for like a getaway vehicle.
Call them out
Yeah.
of the tower.
You actually might be able to.
Rise to the wheel, man. Let's do this.
That would be an influence check.
All right.
Right,
Because
so
there
that's
is
good thinking.
mechanics to that. As you see the two start to prepare to climb up, you think about trying to get a flying vehicle. I will have to do a little bit of looking up, but we can keep that in mind.
All right.
Real quick. So you two, who's going first?
I suppose I am. Yeah.
Okay, please give me an acrobatics check with a -30. Although it will be Yen doing the roll for you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Oh boy. The -30?
Mm-hmm.
Mamma
There is
mia.
a mighty wind
Mamma mia.
outside.
I've never seen someone plummet to death in Dark Heresy before, so this is going to be interesting.
That's not bad, I
It's-
think.
Should
It's
we...
very light.
I just
2
lightly
degrees
fell
of
off the
failure
bed.
is not the worst thing
Yeah.
it could possibly be.
You literally couldn't have rolled it because you got a -30. So
True.
a dice roll of 2 is pretty good.
That's true. This is basically
Yeah.
as good as you could have got.
Yeah,
So I think
yeah.
you kind of have to
This-
take that one.
This is as good as
Okay.
it gets.
Here's how I'm going to do this.
Oh no.
Roll for me 2d10 lucid.
Better not turn my body to jam.
Oh, jeez. All right.
As you start to climb in Yen's spindly body,
Not
you
bad,
start
okay.
pulling up the ladder. There is no security thresholds. There's no like extra places to stop and rest. You just have to climb. This is like the Metal Gear Solid ladder segment of this campaign.
What a
You just have to
thrill.
climb against the wind. That's Euron. Euron's singing that behind you.
Ezra. Or Risa.
Ezra is not. Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Ezra's
Is
dead.
Ezra still twitching on the ground?
Kill me.
Yes, Arlene.
Risa. I
Yes.
don't think that they understood the concept of 3 points of contact.
Risa just
Now Yen
pops another
is
piece of fruit in
scaling
her
the
mouth.
tower.
All right, continue.
The wind is ferocious. It's cold. You can feel how cold the wind is. It's kind of, and that's actually kind of one of the things invigorating you is in Yen's body. You actually
Yeah.
have even this painful
Feeling.
experience is an experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm
You
into
are going
this,
to take
honestly.
8 wounds,
Okay. All right.
but Yen has 10 maximum wounds.
All right.
So
okay.
Yen does not start taking
Pass out, yeah.
bad injuries at this point.
Okay.
Now, Yen in the body of Caius. You're
Oh,
going to need to
God.
make an acrobatics check, so it's going to
Yen-
be Lucid
Yen,
making an
maybe you
acrobatics
just
check
stay-
with a minus 30.
Do we need both of us? I think I can just do this, Yen.
That's up to
Are you
you.
sure?
I think I got this for you, buddy. I've got your
Do
grenade
you want me
launcher.
to
We
just
can.
stand guard, or
I mean, maybe that's actually the best plan if Yen stands guard and watches out for either
kind of
Wilhelm
a good
or
idea.
Arbites to come back.
yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta
Okay.
be honest, I am fine with that. You know,
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go blow something up. I'll be right back. I'm used to being able to do this myself, but I'll use your grenade launcher.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's just like
man.
fire anyway, so you know,
Yeah, it's the same
sort
basic
of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just big fire.
Unharnessed on the spire.
Okay. You have climbed to the top of the broadcast spire. There are satellite dishes and arrays and all these Auspex scanners that neither Caius nor Yen would necessarily completely understand their purpose or design. But they are fallible and they can be destroyed.
Nice.
How would you like to do this? Yen's
there's
body has explosives on it. Has orc explosives too.
Oh, nice.
Risa, it looks like there's an exhaust port up here about 2 meters wide that I can drop a grenade into.
You think you can hit it at that distance?
I used to hit Wombrats down on the planet I came from. With,
Yeah,
That sounds made up.
Use the chaos, Caius.
Well, for the Emperor.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna grab. Well, he's probably got like a string of grenades, huh?
How many grenades you got, Yen?
Oh no.
I got a bad feeling about this.
He's dropping a string of grenades down the tower that Caius's body is
standing
still
on.
standing in.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yen has 8 grenades.
A little two
Okay.
for action going here, huh?
I think I could probably grab like 4 grenades and dump them. I would have to imagine there is some sort of like exhaust ports or
Oh yeah. I'll
yeah.
absolutely allow this.
yeah, some
It's,
chutes that lead to
it's
the internals.
horrifying, but I'll allow
Yeah.
it.
Do we have I imagine these grenades probably a little better than primitive. Probably have like timers on them.
It depends whether you're using an orc grenade or a human grenade. And Yen has
one,
both.
Which one? Yeah,
Orc grenades are just huck.
boomsticks. Right.
They're
I'm-
boomsticks.
yeah,
You
I'm
can even
using
use
the-
them in
I'm
melee.
using the
if
human
you're
grenades.
Crazy. The human grenades you can set some time on it.
Cool.
I think up to like. I think you can set up to like 4 or 6 rounds. So let's say a minute or 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that so I can make my getaway.
Okay. I imagine you want to throw a couple of grenades down there, probably 2, right?
Yeah.
Set the timers, huck them down. Rysa,
Yes.
at the Arbite Spire, you can start making your requisition requests,
All right.
understanding that it is something that you're going to need quite suddenly. Please make me an influence check. I'm not going to give you any modifier on this. This is going to be a +0.
Oh no. I'm gonna use a fate point.
Hey, would you like to use a fate point on that?
Yep.
All right, so come on.
It's a 34. It's totally possible. It's totally possible.
Oh no.
All right.
2 degrees of success.
Now we're talking.
Okay,
I would like to
that's
requisition
actually good enough
a,
that not only can you, go ahead.
a nondescript undercover vehicle with flight capabilities.
Yeah, so the Imperium, maybe in some worlds, has things equivalent to flying cars, but what you would be able to pick up here would basically be a smaller version of an Arvis lighter, very similar thing you actually came to the planet on. One that's not designed for out-of-atmosphere transport, but basically designed to drop troops off anywhere in the city they need to. And with those degrees of success, you also have a pilot, which is good, because I don't think either you or Erlene or Ohm Skull could fly the thing. So, you go and you give the command, head to the broadcast tower. I imagine Erlene is getting in the back of the thing with you.
Hey, you got some pull.
It's comes with the
Pretty sweet ride.
comes with the job. Maybe someday you'll decide to join on.
We'll see.
Rice is a recruiter now.
You know, if you sign today, we can offer you a certain amount of funds toward education.
I'll consider it.
The lighter's jets turn downward and it just blasts air and exhaust down as it starts to take off and then quickly head towards the broadcast tower. As the moments tick away, you can fly to the side of it where you can see Yen at the top and Caius just kind of waiting by the door, nonchalantly. Well, it looks kind of anxious. Who are you going to try and pick up first?
The one
Bear in
who's-
mind...
I think I'm making my way back down the ladder, right? At this point.
I guess you didn't know she was coming, so yeah, you would be climbing down the ladder.
Yeah.
The back of the lighter can be opened
Yep.
to basically give you a platform for them to jump in and out of, but it is going to be a jump.
Is there any kind of harness or any kind of... I mean, if it's from the Arbite Tower, I assume there's ways to apprehend people, like, physically from a distance.
There totally would be.
Do we have, like,
It
a,
would be
like
like
a
a-
grabber or something for people? A people grabber?
Oh yeah.
It would be like a
net.
Coast Guard vehicle in that it has rope and pulley systems for an individual to harness connected to Arbite armor.
Yep.
You didn't even realize that you had this little kind of harness on your armor, but it totally fits.
Oh, that's what that's
And you are the grabber.
for. Oh, I see. All right, well, I'm suiting up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it. I've
Okay.
got it on.
In which case, I'm going to need a roll from you to grab Yen off the side of the tower. Yen, Caius as Yen.
Yeah.
You see this vehicle fly up, and you think for a moment it might be one from Picello, but then you see
Sure.
there's Erlene and Rysa inside, and Rysa is
Hey!
kind of preparing to grab you.
Erlene,
Over the
Erlene,
wind and the engine.
Erlene, I'm counting on you to pull me back. Please don't let me down. Please don't let me die.
I will make a very good attempt.
Yan!
All right, this is going to be an athletics check with a minus. It's a -10
For me?
For me.
for Rysa at first,
Okay.
but based on if there are failures, it might be from either the target or you hear on this big
God.
lever that says pull.
Oh no. Please. Yeah. Oh yeah.
3 degrees of success. Rysa, you can leap from the flying vehicle and crash onto the side of the ladder, swoop Yen into your arms, and push off and back in basically one swift movement. You can drop
Damn,
Yen
girl.
off. Yeah.
I
Super
feel swaddled like a baby.
badass.
Oh, Yan.
You could put
You're
Yen
so
inside the
strong,
lighter.
strap yourself in. We're getting the next one. Pilot.
Understood. We're gonna head further down. Are you gonna go and jump for Caius as well?
Well, Caius is on a platform, yeah? We don't actually have to.
Caius is on a platform. It's a lot easier. There's still gonna be a check because like it'd be very hard for him to just walk on. It might be easier for you to go and grab and kind of oversee the whole thing, or you could just make Caius jump for it.
Pilot, bring us low. I'm going to grab Caius.
Yes.
Pilot will do exactly as you say. Go ahead and
Caius,
give me an athletics check with a -10.
come to me.
Yes, sure.
Your fedora flies off into the wind as you head by the platform. That's gonna be a failure with 4 degrees.
I'm gonna re-roll it. I have 1 fate point left.
Okay.
Jeez.
You lost fate point on re-rolling.
And then she just dropped him.
And then she just dropped. Forgot to strap back in the second time. She's gone.
Yeah.
2 degrees of success. You can jump onto the platform, get Caius. This one's a little bit more awkward. In a strange way, it was easier when someone was on the ladder, right? Because you didn't have like railings in the way and these kind of security lamps and all this sort of thing. But you can get Caius, pull him closer, tiny Caius, and get onto the... I couldn't stop myself. And get him back onto the lighter. At the same time, Euron's little skull is gonna be like, well, this was great fun, and like potter in and just sort of settle in the inside of the lighter, and with you all back in, the driver is gonna kind of turn their head back around and be like, all right, what's next? Where's next?
Get us out of here.
Yes, we may want to go fast.
Back to the Arbites Spire. We'll return the vehicle there.
Texas Park.
He's gonna go fast. The hatch on the back of the vehicle is gonna start closing, and that's when you see in the inside of the spire, starting at one point where kind of below where people were standing, where the reactor was, and then
Yeah.
this crisscross of things where it's not so much that the entire spire like explodes all at once, but it starts to collapse and like in on itself in this very spindly, awkward way. You see personnel running across the bridge as like elements of the spire start falling on the bridge and all that sort of thing. And then the hatch closes. The wind sounds outside are completely cooled off. You're just flying back.
Risa,
Yes.
are we the baddies?
No.
A couple of us are domestic terrorists.
No.
Well, I mean, no one knows that it was us, right? So, you know,
I'm
we're
asking.
fine.
I'm asking the Arbite.
I just want to say for later, in case anybody questions, I sure am glad that I, Yen Bon Cell, did that.
To be just,
in case
our
anyone
law
has-
must be
Anyone's
cruel.
blamed.
There's a pilot that's
Very
hearing
well.
all of this. Oh God.
Okay. The lighter is going to land back on the basically helipad on the edge of the Arbite Spire. The engine of the lighter is going to slowly thrum down and has that kind of creaking noise as it does. And the pilot will kind of ask, so, is there anything else you need, ma'am?
Negative, pilot. Thank you for your assistance.
Very well, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you, bus driver.
I'm gonna just toss him what little fruit I have left, like the last little fruit I have. Just toss it to him. Stays between us, all right, pilot.
Forget what you saw here. Here's an apple.
Can you give me a scrutiny check, Risa, with a +10?
Yeah.
Yeah, he takes it and he nods and he understands. You're starting to get a hold of which members of the Arbites are kind of following Picello's words and which are more, well, the loyal ones. This pilot seems very much loyal, much like the subjugator that you met before as well, who outfitted you with the new heavy flamer, which is good to know, in case you ever need them. as you guys step out of the building, out of the lighter onto the helipad, you can see a little bit of smoke rising from the higher part of the city, and you will, when your boots hit the ground at the same time, Yen, Caius, Caius, Yen, your minds back into each other.
Nice.
I'm gonna need you two to make me toughness checks.
Yeah.
With a
D10,
minus
right?
10.
Oh, toughness. Okay.
You're gonna be taking.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can take
you're gonna be
corruption
taking
as well, I imagine, but-
corruption. You're gonna take a lot of things, but toughness first.
Toughness minus 10. Okay.
Yen, as your mind is violently thrust, both of you at the same time just start throwing up.
Oh God.
Just
Hold up.
all of it comes out. All the fruit.
Oh no.
That you know, you're trying to eat. It's very strange that it happens at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Both of you, roll me 3d10.
Fruit did you eat?
Like the core comes out like out of you.
Oh god.
Wait, the core.
3d10 from both of you, buddies.
By the Emperor.
Okay. So in order, that's going to be the first number is going to be willpower damage, permanent
Okay.
negative to your willpower. Second one's intelligent damage. Third one is corruption points.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh boy.
That will send you over the edge, Caius.
On wait,
corruption
will it?
points.
Hold up. What is that?
So what's the
8?
second one? It was
Second one's
26?
intelligence. Willpower, intelligence, corruption.
That'll put me at 34.
Yes. So,
Oh. Well, yeah.
I'm going to need, first of all, a willpower check from you with minus 10.
Hold up. Let me,
When you're done putting this in.
Yeah.
Because all of this would be happening at
Oh
once.
no,
if you do
no,
turn
no,
into
20,
a
hold
wolf
up,
creature.
24. That puts me at 32.
Yeah, that's still fine.
Okay.
You're
Yeah,
still
yeah,
going to
yeah.
be you're still
yeah,
going to be mutating.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. And you said intelligence working.
Where
One
are
sec.
you? Corruption chart.
Man, I'm not bright anymore. I'm real dumb. Okay. And what do
You
need
spent
me to roll?
moments in Yen's mind and you got stupid.
Yeah, I got real
willpower
dumb.
roll first with a
thanks.
minus 10.
Minus 10.
That's a failure. Roll me a d100.
Cool.
Unless you want to re-roll it with a fate point, but this is the
how
the
many fate
less
points do I
dangerous
have?
of the rolls you're going to be doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going to be doing more dangerous
guess-
rolls after this.
I think I've only got a faint point left, so that's fine.
Okay, give me a d100, just flat. 28.
Hey, got that one
as you
already.
kind of get, do you have night eyes already? Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay, you have quite a few. You start to notice that the light of the sun and the light of the security lights all around, it starts to hurt. You're now going to be taking a minus 10 penalty in all checks made in an area of bright light as you become photophobic.
Yeah, that's about that. That's in line with what I got going on. That's fine.
I also
Now, mutation check.
Okay. Well, yeah, this is gonna be fun. Let's do it.
Are you also going to need
I'm
a
at
malignancy
44
check?
now.
Give me a willpower check and we'll see. But Caius, let's do your mutation first. 2 characteristics of your choice with a minus 10. You have to succeed both
2
of them.
characteristics of my choice with a minus 10. Well, that's got to be willpower.
Don't even bother rolling me the second one.
Well, I gotta
Roll
re-roll
me-
that, obviously, right? Here, I'll use my last fate point. I mean, what else am I gonna use
Yeah, go
my
ahead.
fate point on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
That's a success. The second one.
All right.
What characteristic?
It's gotta be fellowship.
Re-roll the second one.
Oh God! Come on, fellowship.
Yeah, this has to be a success.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay.
Here we go.
you feel like in that moment where the light starts to hurt, you hear hissing and growling and almost like your flesh wants to render itself away from your own bones, but you control it. And you don't control it with prayers to the Emperor, you control it with the force of your own will.
Yeah.
Yen, can you give me a willpower check with a -10?
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, buddy. You're good. So, these two, as they get off the lighter, they just start... They throw up everything in their stomachs. And it gets to the point where it starts to turn red.
I don't have to do a mutation one as well, do I?
No, that's every 30.
Okay, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got real lucky.
No cat ears this time.
No.
I'll add that to the
caddies.
chart. You become a felon then. How would the rest of you react to this?
Ohm doesn't care.
Nice.
Okay.
Thanks, Ohm.
Sorry, folks, had some bad fruit.
Yeah.
That was
poison fruit.
disgusting.
This is the
I put my fruit away.
This is the Arbites Spire. You will pick that up.
He did it again.
What?
You heard the Arbite.
You will pick that up
Yeah.
before any of the other Arbites see it. For your own safety.
I mean, how do we pick it up? It's like it's vomit. It's liquid.
Improvise.
Use your.
Do we have to use the fedoras as a bucket?
I'm sure they have a bucket and mop.
Can I just... There's the pilot still in the thing. Can I just look back at the pilot and just say, Pilot, do you have any,
Yeah.
Any kind of, anti-personnel hoses or,
We have hoses for cleaning the vehicles.
may I borrow the end of one? Just one moment.
Yeah, he'll kind of motion to them that are on like the side of the helipad, and it says caution. This water is not to contact human flesh
Nice.
at any time.
All right. So I'm just gonna
Written by it.
motion to Caius. There you go. There you go, Yen. How about it?
How do we use one of these things?
Listen.
I feel like
What
this is your sort of thing, Kaius. I'm not sure if I can control this.
No, my sort of thing is, and just hear me out. I got a couple fire bombs on me. I think we just drop those, light this on fire, and walk away.
By
I
the
think that's
Emperor.
the best
By the
choice.
Emperor. I'm just gonna get into the thing and grab the hose and just open the hose. Out of the way.
Torrent of water.
Thank you.
As it comes to a halt, I'm just gonna. All right, pilot. There you are. Thank you.
It's at this time that you start to hear the air raid sirens kind of around the city. The speakers that have been used to send out Paicello's message. It just kind of sends out that tone of there has been a disaster. With no well, actually, there would be an automated message that would be along the lines of, citizens are to stay in their homes until the disaster has been averted, and all that sort of thing, right?
You know,
Right,
thinking back on it, did we need to blow it up? Couldn't we have just, like, damaged the communication, not blow up the entire building?
I don't
I
know
think we
why
did-
you two
I think we
decided
did
to
great.
blow up the thing.
You told us to.
The servo skull told me to blow up the building.
The satellite told us to do it.
What's done is done.
Yeah.
What
Right,
matters?
so-
Yeah,
What matters now is our plan. Yes.
Was this a diplomatic incident that we've caused between the locals and the Imperium again?
This is an incident that is so abrupt and chaotic that someone as prim and used to routine as Paicello is going to it's going to throw her plans for a loop.
Okay, very well.
And if that's all we accomplish today, then by the Emperor, that's what we're going to do.
Very well. In the Emperor, for the Emperor and all
By
that.
the Emperor.
Did the guy that we made hallucinate get out the building before it blew up?
You
I
guys
do
couldn't
wonder about
see the
that.
people. You saw people leaving the building. You didn't see who.
Oh, nice.
How many people did we just kill?
Let's discuss
It's probably
this.
better we don't think
Let's
about it,
discuss
actually.
this at a later time.
Yeah, let's maybe not discuss it at all again.
I mean, it's kind of like the Imperial Guard. I mean, like how many actually die? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
yeah, it was all for a good purpose,
People
you know?
die every
Yeah,
day.
sure. We helped.
It
the
wasn't me
city,
that
I
dropped
think.
the bomb, you know? It was. I've got no guilt.
Actually, it was you, Yen.
That's right. It was.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
saw
I mean,
you very clearly climbing the ladder.
We all saw you.
I'm not a war criminal, okay? I just
Yeah.
did what I had to do.
What is a war? What is a war?
Thank goodness I just stood there and hung out with
Says the
Euron's skull.
mercenary.
No, I'm
Oh,
curious. I'm like, what is
Euron,
this?
we both thought it was crazy that he went up there, right? That was weird.
I advised against such a thing.
Yeah, same. I'm glad we stood there.
We need to find quarters,
Nice.
and we need to find Ohm 13.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Home 13's been living it up.
Home 13's been chatting with frickin'. Well, do you guys want to head back to the medical structure,
Yes.
the medical drop pod?
Absolutely.
As you're leaving, very quickly, someone else will rush to kind of use the Arbite lighter, like a team of Arbites along with a couple of Arbite medics, which are only slightly different, recognizable by the symbols on their equipment. They still carry just as much weaponry.
The tower fell on the orphanage.
Tactical medics.
Yeah, tactical medics. And
Trauma team.
yeah, it is. It's like trauma team sending out. You guys can head back to the medical station in the middle of the Cadian Imperial Guard camp. The Imperial Guard camp, it's not their purview. Their people are just confused. They aren't real. That is clearly an internal matter, and there is sort of discussion like, there's no way orcs did that. There's no way orcs got inside the city and did that. And things like that. They're not really sure how they're meant to act about this. And you can head back to Ohm's. To Ohm in the medical drop pod, who is fully recovered by now, who is repaired, recovered, 100% efficient, no longer attached to the medical table, probably arranging their things. Do you want to go ahead and roll me a d10, Ohm? We discussed the idea that during your nice relaxation while everyone else was going chaotic, you actually had a chance to repair some insanity.
That one.
1. Go ahead and minus your insanity value by 1, but what do you Goyles want to do when you meet back up with Ohm?
I want to just ask Ohm 13, what is the status of your health and abilities?
Ohm will peer at Risa for a moment before other Ohm will float over, and then
Planet Ohm.
nope, a cable will connect the two of them, and Ohm will kind of twitch for a moment.
What have you done?
What? I don't understand.
What have you done?
In like a broad sense, or recently?
I advised against this course of action, Euron says, just going to plug into one of the medical machines.
I like that Euron's just plugging into things.
Yeah. Good for him.
Does anyone have any food?
destroyed. Why?
We'll fill you in. Home 13.
I am
at this-
asking. Mhm.
Good.
It makes sense when you think about it. You know.
I was gonna say, one of the medical servitors here, which kind of like semi-attached to like the walls and things, will very quickly be like, kind of look at Yen and be like, start diagnosing horrendous injuries to Yen Bonsell.
Uh-huh.
It's just a list of
Nice.
fractures and things. Yen is badly damaged now. Yen needs time to in surgery to repair if you wish to take it.
Thanks, guys.
You're doing great, champ.
Yen Bonsell,
Yen-
CTR injuries.
Yeah, all right. It's probably for the best.
What
Oh
did this
God,
have to
Yen's
do
gonna
with
need a
the?
long time.
What about the flower coins?
Well,
Yes.
we sure did chase down. You know, if I'm remembering things right, Erlene, I believe they were trying to stop the circulation of this secondary currency, and I think we disrupted the operations of the people that were distributing said currency pretty well.
Was the currency being distributed by this group? Did we actually confirm this?
I'm gonna say Pycelle is probably, behind
'Cause
these things.
they're
seeing,
going to
seeing
ask for
as she, seems to be in control of one of the groups.
I'm just trying to make sure that we can prove ourselves for the contract.
Yeah.
Pycello has long been an object of interest, a person of interest in a long-standing investigation into the heresy coming from
did
this
not know
this government.
I did not
here.
know this. I mean, I knew about the heresy, of course, but I did not know about the investigation.
We suspect that Pycello is behind this currency issue,
Oh, very well.
in addition to numerous other crimes.
Very well.
All right, so chaos has been sown in the realm of Pycello. What is our next course of action?
Well, I would like to have received some form of payment at some point.
I think that
I
could be
hand
arranged.
her a piece of fruit. Here you go. I got this out of Yen's backpack.
Okay. Thanks.
Hey.
Has this been previously consumed?
No. But he did eat a lot of the fruit in his backpack. This is just another one.
So I take the fruit, I look at it, I wipe it, and I put it into a bag. And I seem to not be interested into it. Well, food is better than nothing, I guess.
For the next several days, the broadcasting tower is going to be in a state of incredible chaos, neglect. It would be beneficial to make this a time for us to be able to investigate it further, being that its security team is going to be sparse at best.
Yeah.
Its security team's gonna be sparse now?
Well, what left is there
Or-
to secure.
Yeah, Erlene, a lot of people died. I think
Relief
that's,
efforts are going to
I think it's important to stress that. Yeah.
Right.
relief
What I
efforts are going
mean.
to commence.
What I mean is that there's going to be a lot of attention on the location now, and we don't know what was underneath the building, correct?
Yeah. I think it's also possible that Pycello herself is going to be less protected whilst they're trying to fix things. So we might be
Okay.
able to get her alone.
That is an interesting approach.
It may be possible to find disguises as medics
Oh, yeah.
and appear as relief.
Did anybody see us perform these activities?
Well, I mean, if I'm looking at it from my way, I think it looks like an Arbitrae's vehicle that was loyal to the Imperium was leaving the site of Parsk loyal place. So I think we're probably in the clear, but we may have started a civil war amongst two factions. I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out.
I mean, civil wars between two factions happen all the time.
Yeah.
This is one of the reasons why this is my whole work.
Yeah. I think we're probably not important enough to worry about.
Very well. Would you agree, Arbite?
I do agree. I think our next course of action should be either to investigate the broadcasting tower further, under disguise, or to find another source, potential source for this false liar's currency.
I pull out the wine. I take a sip.
Ohm is cross-referencing a map.
Would you have copied it to a data pad for easier recognition or something?
Oh, it's directly in his head. But he's sort of he's drawing things in the air with a finger.
He's on Google Glass right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ohm 13
You can tell
becomes
Ohm
a
is doing
glass hole.
something, right?
Yeah, better a glass hole than a domestic terrorist that blew up a whole building full of
You're not allowed to
people, I
wear those
suppose.
in bars, you know, Ohm 13.
Where what?
Never mind, continue.
What would I need? Would I need to roll anything to have Ohm find the location that the giant techno lady asked him to, or because he already has the
No.
schematic?
Yeah, because you already have the schematic, you have an idea of where to start. To make a more intelligent, further look would need more checks, but you also don't really know what you're looking for, so it'd probably be wise to start where she says. But because the maps, the schematics for the city that you had downloaded from the sewers are really, they're old, but they're also not the oldest. But you can easily tell where some of the oldest parts of the city are, and it lines up with where she recommended you to look.
Ah, what's going on with my camera?
Looks okay now.
Ohm's servo skull will detach again and just sort of putter away. Probably going over to Euron.
Yeah, Euron would be plugged into Yen's the like medical machines that are plugging into Yen, and like the screens keep like changing color.
Hey,
You
can
know-
someone get this skull away from the things helping me?
That's when Ohm's skull joins. Now you have two
Yeah.
skulls.
It links
Guys.
into the other side of the machine and it begins to do.
Get used to it, Yan.
You should be honored, Yin Bonzel, to have a Grand Magos looking over you.
I mean, as long as they're not doing anything bad.
Little needle's gonna like jam you.
Speaking of, what happened there between you two?
What do you mean?
We killed him, and I put him in service to the Imperium for penance.
No, on the tower. Like before, today. Earlier
Nothing
today.
happened. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know, just very odd activity.
No, but I just, we had the plan, we decided to blow it up. I blew it up, apparently, and now we're here.
I don't remember blowing up being a part of the plan, but I mean, I went with it.
I mean, plans change.
I work for y'all. I don't.
I mean, I question it as well, but, it seemed like the only option. You know, there is apparently
Did
no
you
way to
question
disable
your
the
own-
communication.
Did you question your own idea, Yen? How curious.
Nope, didn't question a thing. I knew what I was doing. I was gonna, big boom.
All right.
So, Yen, you're going to need 4 days of rest here to get back down to lightly injured. Yeah, Yen has a low
sleeps.
toughness score, and that means medical. Yeah, Yen, just a little needle, just like shh, 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 shh.
Oh no.
Yen's just gonna take a nap.
Then if it's gonna take that long, then I think we should lay low for 4 days. Wait for
I
you.
mean, this structure
recover.
is essentially yours to use and hide out in.
All right.
Yeah. Nice.
How far is it from the place that where we were in Parsk?
Oh, real far. So you were basically in the middle and at the top of the city, whereas this is on the east, outside the city. It's
kilometers?
It's basically on a. Oh fuck! Don't make me think about kilometers. Don't make me think about like hard distances, but like far away. You know, basically the whole city away. You know, you're outside of the walls in the military camp.
How many Stonehenges?
Oh yes, I'm British and know the,
Think of Final
the
Fantasy
size of
VII.
Stonehenge.
We're in calm.
Yeah.
What plate are we under?
How?
No, we're in the
Is-
town outside of the plates. Yeah.
What do I do? What does a mercenary such as myself do for sustenance around here?
Caius is
Chelsea
friends
had an
with the,
existential crisis right now. What do I
Caius is
do?
friends with the chefs. Caius will lead you to some food.
I wouldn't say
All right.
friends, but yeah, let's do it.
Food. All I require is some food and some somewhere to hang my head, so to speak.
Excellent.
To
You can
sleep.
do that. Do you need drugs? That guy has drugs too.
No, I think
All right.
I think I've got all of that.
Okay. All right. He's got wine too.
Okay.
I think that suits you. Let's go figure some things out.
Yeah, I have run out of wine.
That whole bottle is now empty.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a full
I'm gonna
day.
talk to the class. Oh yeah, it's been a full day. Yeah. Still a bottle of wine, like really high quality fortified wine over a whole day.
I was a little. Oh.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, like during that whole arrest you were just wasted. Real quick, is
Not
Ohm gonna
quite.
talk to the class before we end, or is Ohm gonna continue on his own machinations?
If he's if no one decides to speak to him, he'll just continue to putter around and sort of formulate on his own.
13, are you all right?
Risa?
Extrapolate.
Repeat. Ohm 13, are you all right?
I function within acceptable parameters.
You appear
Yes.
anxious.
I have been given glorious purpose.
By whom?
In service to the Omnissiah, I have been tasked to find sacred relics.
Interesting. All right. Well, I trust you.
Risa.
Yes.
In the meantime, what activities could we do? Because I have a sense that we are operating off of a time frame.
Well, I think it would be wise to question some members of the lower classes here on the planet in order to discern the common points of trade for this false currency. And
Might I
hopefully,
suggest that we not walk into a bar again?
Agreed. Agreed. We'll question other types of congregations.
Perhaps lesser arrestees, is it?
Agreed. Additionally, we should try to lay low while we are not at our full strength.
I don't believe that's possible.
Well, where do you propose?
Oh, no. I mean, like lay low. I mean, like lay low in the very general sense. Like we can stay here, but what I'm saying is that laying low implies not drawing attention, and I'm saying that you don't.
I completely
You're not very
understand.
subtle.
Mhm.
Yeah. Nothing about the Arbites are subtle, apparently.
It is our duty to be as
Of course.
appropriately gregarious
Unquestioned.
as only necessary. I think we should plan to question some members of society next, and try to avoid any kind of full frontal confrontation until Yen is repaired. In the meantime, there's a shooting range here. There's a shooting range. There are, places to eat, places to refit your
drugs.
equipment.
All right, let's eat.
All right.
All right.
With a plan in mind, this is the greatest place to end today's session. One case of domestic terrorism down. Who knows how many more there will be after this? Allegedly.
Yeah.
Just like that guy was allegedly a heretic.
Yeah.
Yeah. What fun.
What a
fun
great
this session was.
escape, you two.
We did great, yeah.
I
What a
didn't think you
great
were gonna make it.
escape.
Well, yeah, no.
We tried our best.
Jim
Jam?
wouldn't have made
Jam?
it
I
if
thought-
it wasn't
I-
for Ryza.
Yeah, Rise is quick thinking. I was just gonna be sitting there watching, like, oh, yep, jam.
No, I just met these guys and they fell off a building and they're dead.
Oh well. Guess this contract is not getting. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to get another contract.
We definitely thought about just leaving you there.
Yeah. Is this worth it?
Oh, thank you so much, Ollie. You're wonderful. We're going to go back through and give everybody a little shout out. But before we do, if you're listening to the show on podcasting apps, such as Spotify or Stitcher, know that we record the show live every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific. That's 6 p.m. Eastern here on twitch.tv/FableScraps. Hit up our YouTube where we keep all of our VODs. Hit up our Discord to hang out with other people who are fans of TTRPGs, talk about the characters, share fan art. And do be sure to check us out on Twitter where we post our going live notifications. Have a wonderful rest of your week, everyone. Let's go through and give everybody a little shout out. Ollie, we'll kick it off with you.
Hey, I'm Ollie. Twitch and Twitter at OllieRant. I'm a professional DM. I run another show on my channel on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. GMT, which is a diplomacy-focused game starring mind flayers. It's pretty great.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and also creator of the upcoming board game series Schism, which I'll have more links for you soon.
Nice. Thank you, Ollie. Next up is Lucid Fox.
My name is Lucid Fox, the guy that definitely didn't blow up the tower. My Twitch is twitch.tv/LucidFox with 2 X's. Come by and hang out. We'll talk about other fun things.
Thanks, Lucid. Next up is Lock the Raven.
Hi, I'm Lock the Raven. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. I'm also Commander Herrick on Star Trek Loveless, also on Fable Scraps every Tuesday. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Lock the Raven, spelled like it sounds.
Thank you, Lock. Next up is Chelsea.
Hey, I'm Chelsea Manning. I am XY Chelsea 87 on Twitch. I mostly do gaming streams as well as some tech streams on occasion. I also have a Twitter account that I have started tweeting from again.
Awesome. Thank you.
Which is XY Chelsea. At
Thank you so
twitter.com
much.
/XY Chelsea.
Next up, we have Enovan.
Hello there, I'm Enovan. I totally did not blow up the tower as well. And typically I stream roleplay and other sort of variety games. I'm trying to get back into VR. I love doing VR streams. And you can find me at twitch.tv/Enovan. That's ENEVUN.
Thank you so much, Enovan. My name is Nicotine. I'm one of the people here at Fable Scraps. I also DM the show on Tuesday, Star Trek Adventures Loveless, set in the TNG era. It's a lot of fun. I encourage you to come check it out. Yeah, I do a lot of roleplay on my own channel. That's twitch.tv/Nicotine, NIKATINE. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you to our lovely cast. Thank you to all the followers and subscribers we got today. Y'all are wonderful. We'll see you again next week. Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Farewell.